What's going on, everyone? Ollelito back here with a brand new tutorial on my channel. I know you guys absolutely love these kind of tutorials, and I've been doing the corner tutorial, which you guys love, and the recent video, whatever you want to call it. I'm lagging a bit. The recent video was obviously about how you play switch, and in this video today I will be showing you guys how you use the second press to your biggest advantage, and how you basically combine the play switch with actually doing the second press. And I think I've highlighted a bit in the previous one, but today we're going to deep dive into how you use the second press to your advantage on this game. And by the way, you see I'm not with the glasses anymore. Maybe I'll do the glasses for next video. Let me know what you guys think. Now let's just jump into today's video and let's explain how you use the second press to your biggest advantage on this game. Okay, so jumping into the first sequence of this tutorial is going to obviously be the second press. In this kind of position on the pitch, you see I'm in the orange kit, orange dark blue kit, and I'm playing against a French pro called M. Fantastic player, really good player that I played in the Blackie Cup, and I think this was the Blackie Cup final. So you see in this position, for example, when he gets quite high up with his Davies, you see that I'm doing second press by using the R1 button on my controller. As you see at the top right as well, I'm using both R2 and R1 button for the second press, and then I'm play switching to Cruyff very early here. So I'm doing this kind of sandwich into the position. If we play it, he does this well. He's just playing it back to the center back, and he's just waiting for his Davies to be pushed up a bit more. So in this kind of sequence, when he gets the ball onto Hum, in this case, I don't really need any second press because, you know, I'm the closest player with Mbappe, and if I do it with Cruyff, doesn't really matter too much. But the main part here is that when I'm switching away from Mbappe, you see that this kind of small green arrow is appearing above his head directly when I play a switch with the right stick switch. So in this kind of sequence, I'm using both the R1, as you see at the top right corner, because that's my controller live on the screen. So I do the second press with Mbappe, but at the same time holding R2 and fully going at him, because in this kind of sequence, if he goes back, Mbappe is going to intercept it with the R1 button, with the second press obviously, and if he goes in a straight line, I will get the ball with Cafu. And we see how it plays out. We get the ball. Unlucky, we maybe should have had a ball in play and we got the ball there, but in general, that's how you use the second press, mainly on the wing. And also, before we jump into the second sequence, sometimes you have this kind of, I don't know how long it is, but I think it's 5 seconds. And if you hold the R1 button for 5 seconds with the same player, the player would stop doing the second press, because you can't hold the button for like the whole game, because that would have just been outrageous. There's like a cooldown time where if you do a lot of R1 pressure with one player, suddenly that player won't pressure anymore. So that's the time where you do the right stick switching, using it to your advantage, switching to someone else and trying to do second press with someone else. And I will try to show you a case in this video. So in the second one, it's going to be second press from the wing as well, and it's going to be a bit of a different one. If we start by showing this one, I do the second press here with Ferdinand, and I think this is a good second press. But the thing is, if you pull out your center back out of position, or even your left back or your right back, will open up big spaces in behind. So you see, I'm doing second press with Ferdinand. He's not really getting close to R9, so this is like not really a good second press. And by the way, second press in terms of you should get the closest player always, it's not on this game. Unfortunately, the second press is quite bad sometimes, so you can get like a totally different player, and that's why you need to combine it with the right stick switch, so you can switch quick and try to get the second press with the player you want to. So in this example here, I'm out here on the wing, and I could do directly second press with Theo Hernandez, but what do I really gain from it? Not too much, because you see that Mbappe is about to run on the inside of Theo Hernandez, which means that if I do second press and trying to get Theo Hernandez towards Frimpong, that space to Mbappe will just open up with like an easy R1 pass from his Frimpong into his Mbappe, and then he is basically one-on-one, or he can pass Hum and then score. So I don't do second press until this point, where I see, okay, Bellingham will probably get into the space in between Theo and Mbappe, so he can't do that. So the thing I do, second press with Theo, you see that there is like a bit of a green bar, or like a triangle going like this, and that's like the stamina of the second press. And here I do second press with Theo, but at the same time, okay, I'm guessing in this case he's probably not going to pass to Mbappe because he's marked by Rio Ferdinand. So mostly on this game you want to cut it down, and if you've seen my kind of build-up tutorials how you want to build it up on this game, you want to go forward down to the corner flag and then try to find, in this case, R9, maybe try to find Putellas deep down, and then try to put the ball into Mbappe or Hum, turn, shoot. So I read this perfectly by just selecting Bellingham for the whole period, but also doing a bit of second press with Theo Hernandez. I read the ball here, start my counter attack from here, and hopefully we score a goal. For the third one, I'm actually going to show you an error I do with the second man press and trying to explain why you shouldn't do this. And it's going to be around the same kind of pattern always, because this guy was doing using the wing play to his advantage really, really well, and it was quite hard to pressure him. But in this case, for example, in this case, Theo Hernandez, my Theo Hernandez and his Theo Frimpong, my Theo Hernandez should be able to, if he gets close to Frimpong, bully him, because Theo's kind of strength is a bit better than Frimpong, and that's also something that you need to take into consideration when you defend. Are your defenders quick? Actually, how good is their acceleration? How good is their strength, for example? And in this case, I know that if he gets into the duel with Frimpong, I'm going to get it. So I tackle here, and unfortunately, I missed the tackle. No worries, totally fine. But the thing I do here is that you see, I'm trying to pull him into a trap once again, because if he passes back to Ollelito, you reckon that Messi maybe should intercept it. I try to do second man press with Frimpong, so he can't really turn and go to the corner flag, and at the same time I'm covering Kylian Mbappé down here. So once again, I did too much second man press here with Theo, and you see there's an open pass to R9 here. R9 completely open. He has kind of like, I would say, a 3v3 here, even though Bellingham is in an okay position. But then again, don't pull your fullbacks out like I did in this situation, because that will cause you to concede a lot more goals in this game. So I would advise you, never do second man press too much with, especially your center backs, because that will just open up too much space. Your fullbacks, because on this game you need to use the wing play a lot, and mainly your CMs. With everyone else, you know, the wingers, the strikers, I think it's fine to do second man press as much as you can, but still try to be smart up here. Don't pull your players out of position in unnecessary positions on the pitch. So just to make sure that you guys are not doing this kind of error as I'm doing, I'm going to show you one more clip. I think that is really, really good, and it's basically highlighting a bit how I try to explain the second man press in this game, because the second man press is not, in terms of getting the closest player, as you probably should get always, it's not like that in this game, unfortunately. So for example here, I try to get Putellas down to cover the pass with De Bruyne. So you would say on a good game that this second man press should go to Lionel Messi, but in this case it instead goes to Theo Hernandez, and you need to be very quick here, because if I do second man press with Theo Hernandez here, Theo Hernandez will automatically try to get closer to Frimpong, which you see will open up a lot of space to his Kylian Mbappé in this case. So you see, I'm trying to get Putellas very, very deep down. You see, it's still appearing this triangle with the green bar over Theo's head, and at the same time you can see at the top right, I'm using the R1 pressure, because I was expecting Messi to be the closest guy to the ball and doing second man press with him. So you see, I did a bit too much second man press. Mbappé is in behind. Now, I think we defend this pretty well, because I want this pass to happen, because in this case he can't really do too much. You see, I'm trying to get closer with Theo Hernandez, but now you see there's not a green bar around the triangle, which means that we are basically out of stamina for the second man press. So I can't really do more second man press with Theo. So the thing I do then is that you see, by the left stick, trying to get Rio Ferdinand into position. Here I switch to Maldini, here I switch to Cafu to cover the pass to the wing, and this is totally fine, because here he can't really do too much. But here you see me do second man press with Cafu, because I want to put pressure on Karashawi in this position, but also trying to bring back Kylian Mbappé or Bellingham to cover the space to Miyaham or R9 or whatever. So here, perfect, second man press. He gets into this position, which is a pretty dangerous position. But at the same time, if I'm just in front of him here with Maldini, totally fine, because I'm doing second man press with Bellingham that will come in behind and trying to do a sandwich. So it ends out like this. Second man press with too much with Cafu. He gets a very good pass into R9 here. And the thing he can do here is, which I guess he will probably do. Obviously, I played this game, but it's been a long time since I've seen this sequence. But I'm guessing he will play one more to Mbappé and then have a shot, which he does. Almost scores from it, but that's also because I didn't really do the play switching quick in time. So if you look back at this chance, for example, the thing I should have done here, in this case, already, I shouldn't do Mbappé, because I don't really have the time for this. I should do the second man press with Cafu still, which is perfect, but then right stick switch to Bellingham to try to get him in front of this space. This kind of line, as you see, because Karashawi here can get the pass into Mbappé, and here I am with Putellas, which is still a bit too late, because I need to get Mbappé to try to manually cover the pass into R9 or into Ham, and then doing second man press with Cafu. So if we play it once again, we're not pausing it. He's doing this very well though, cutting it back to R9, and then one more pass into Mbappé. Luckily for me, he didn't score, but that was a great attack. But this is also shows how you should use the second man press, but also you need to bring back the center mids and try to keep the middle compact when they are going from the wing into the CMs. Then try to keep the middle as compact as you possibly can. So for the last clip of this video, I will show you how I use the second man press to perfection, but also combining it with the right stick switching, as I've done a previous video about. If you haven't seen that, press the link down below. I will post it there. It's on my YouTube, and it's basically how you right stick switch and how you combine these two. So for example here, I try to bring back 0-7, which is perfect in this case. We're totally fine here, but this is perfect defending with right stick switch and second man press. So I try to pull 0-7, try to cover the pass into Messi, And now CR7 is in a very good position because I do second man press with CR7. He's running directly at his Karashawi, and here he can't really do much. So he plays it back to the center back soon, I think. Now he goes to the center back. No, it doesn't go to the center back, but at the same time here, you see, I do second man press with Kylian Mbappé. CR7 is kind of covering Messi. Putellas is covering Ham. Bellingham is covering R9. The only pass he really has an option to is to pass it to Bellingham, but Haaland is pretty close there. So it's not the biggest of space. You see, I automatically, with the right stick switch there, track back Mbappé to try to cover the pass from Karashaw into Bellingham, so he can't really do that. So he can only play back. He doesn't do that. We just wait here. You see second man press with Mbappé, who's the closest man. Try to bring everyone into position. Again, Haaland trying to get it compact, but also combining it with the offside traps. And that's something that I will do in the future. As you see here, once again, I will show you this, by the way, because this is what I mean. Look at the triangle over CR7's head here. That's because I've been doing too much second man press with him and the stamina is out. You see, he's not really moving, and you see this kind of arrow bleeping. That's basically because he doesn't have any stamina left. So again, he has an option here to either go to R9 or to De Bruyne and then down to Mbappé. But we combine it with the offside trap. You see me automatically at the bottom right here. No, because my cam is my cam is stuck. But if I move my cam here, you see that I automatically use the second man press, but also using the D-pad tactic with the offside trap to, you know, push my team up, and he gets R9 into basically being offside. And this is the last chance of the game. Blackie Cup final. I faked the second man press. I fake the play lock, we gain a penalty, Blackie Cup final, Patea steps up, scores, and that's because we did it with great defending in the end, and that's how we won the Blackie Cup. Combining these two, play switching and second man press together, you will be a fantastic defender on this year's game. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you like this kind of videos, comment something nice down below, I would appreciate that, and don't forget to turn on notification and subscribe on the channel. I would appreciate that a lot, and it would mean a lot to me. If you want to see any other tutorials on the channel, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys, take care, and as always, stay safe. Peace.